This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
And a pleasant Saturday afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Twin Falls, as this afternoon the Preston Indians go back out on the road and take on the Twin Falls Bruins. Dan Hubbard with you here. John Beverly back in studio for the first of our doubleheader here today. Coming up a little bit later on today, we'll have coverage of the West Side game at home as they play Filer, I believe it is, today. Well, Preston trying to rebound from a tough loss the other night, a game that they lost at Hillcrest, a game they led pretty much through the second half. They had a 6-point lead with 38 seconds left and then ended up losing on a three-pointer at the buzzer against the Hillcrest Knights. With the loss, Preston slips in the season record as they fall now. They've lost 6 games on their year. They are now 9-6 this season. And for Twin Falls, they're coming off a win the other night as they knocked off Mountain Home on Thursday, 41-40, to snap a 4-game losing streak that started with a loss at Preston back on January 9th. Other losses in that streak were conference losses for Twin Falls against Burley, Jerome, and against Century. After today's game, the Bruins have 6 games left. The Preston Indians will have 5, but only 1 on the road, and that's a trip coming up in about 10 days or so to go take on the Century Diamondbacks at Century, the only road game left this year for the Preston Indians. So Preston getting ready to take on Twin Falls. We'll take a timeout. We'll hear from Coach Jones when we come back. And we'll do all that as we continue after this timeout.
KACH, My Local Radio.
Hi, everybody. It's Dan Hubbard for ChemDry of Northern Utah. Are you worried about the safety of your home or business? Well, ChemDry of Northern Utah can help. Their new Micro Pro Shield service disinfects, then adds antimicrobial protection for up to 90 days. They use patented technology to create a layer of spikes on surfaces that mechanically kills microbes on contact for up to 3 months. Their hospital-grade disinfectant is EPA approved for use against SARS-CoV-2, the very cause of COVID-19. It's simply ideal for residential and commercial settings. If you'd like more information about their new Micro Pro Shield service and you're in Cache or Box Elder County, make sure you call today. 435-752-6100. That's 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern.
Sushi, a word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
Tonight's pregame visit with the coach is brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Services Incorporated, the local independent insurance agency, offering you many different options for all of your insurance needs. Call for your competitive quote today at 208-852-20. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500. Or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
KACH.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. Spend a couple of minutes with Tyler Jones before we get started here in Twin Falls this afternoon. You know, I look back to that game in Hillcrest the other night, and I hazard a guess that may be the most disappointing loss of the year.
Yeah, there were tons of positives. I really thought that was probably the most, complete game we played. They're the number one ranked team in the coaches poll. They're one of the top teams in the state for sure, and we go in their court, and for 31 minutes, I thought we played, really well, much better than we've played lately, and we did all those things you have to do to win games. I thought we outworked them. I thought we hustled. I thought we did the little things. I thought we moved the ball. I thought we, rebounded. We just played as a team, which is something we've struggled with, and we're in a great position. You're up 6 with 35 seconds, and, everything that could go wrong in those last 30 seconds did. We missed a couple of one-and-ones. We didn't get stops. We had a turnover, and, they hit a shot at the buzzer, a tough shot, but, and then you win that, you're on a big high, and you lose, and it's tough. And there's two choices I tell them you can make. You can either work harder and try to change what's going on, or you can feel sorry for yourselves. And if you do that, it's not going to get any better. So we're in a spot we haven't been in a long time, but the kids, they got to go out, and today is a new day, and we got to go up and get our heads up and go and play.
Is that spot you haven't been in a long time all of a sudden is with your back to the wall?
Yeah, for sure. This year, right now, we're in third place in the conference out of the 3 teams, and everyone. I've told them before the season, every game you go out, you're marked. Everyone wants to beat you, and right now, we've dug that hole, and it's kind of changed. We're kind of the underdog right now. Teams are kind of forgetting about us, and I tell them we're a couple plays away each game. We go to Pokey, we led most of that game. Go to Hillcrest. These are the top teams in the state right now, and we're playing toe-to-toe with them. We just got to find a way to finish games.
It's difficult to carry that reputation around sometimes where you have that target on your back every time you step on the floor.
No, and in all fairness, the teams we've had, it's been an incredible run. We've had some talented kids, and to these kids, most of them weren't a part of that, and they have that target anyway, and we got to learn and just keep battling. That's what we tell them each day. We just got to worry about what we can control and just get better. We're not far off. We just got to keep battling, and eventually good things are going to happen.
All right, let's turn our attention to Twin Falls here today. You saw them at the tournament. You beat them at our place a couple of weeks ago. This is not a pushover team either. No, at Preston it was a 3-point game with 25 seconds, and they had the ball a chance to tie it. So they're a good team. They've kind of lost their last couple of games too. We're both trying to figure out our identities as we get in, to the conference tournament and all that coming up in the next couple of weeks. But out here, we've only played out here one time. That was 2 years ago, and we lost. I don't think we've ever won in this gym, and it's a tough place to play, and we're going to definitely have our hands full today. What do you remember from the game back at our place a couple of weeks ago, the things you did, the good positive things that we did, lean toward a victory here this afternoon?
We're going to have to defend. I do think our defense has been better the last games, and number 24, the shooter, he can really shoot it. He had 24 points in Preston. They have a 6'8" kid in the middle. But I think our advantage is transition. We need to get out and run. That's when we're at our best. Got to defend better. They have some shooters. Got to defend the 3 like a lot of teams we play. And then just, have confidence and finish games. I think this is going to be a close game again, and we got to be able to finish down the stretch and keep our composure.
How important is the contribution from everybody on the court?
Oh, and that's the other thing. If 1 or 2 guys do everything, we haven't been successful. It's those games where we get, multiple contributions from multiple people where we're good, and we're going to need that again tonight.
Hopefully things will come out good and have a good afternoon and a good bus ride home tonight.
I hope so. All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Tyler Jones with us here on the pregame show. We'll take a timeout, back with more right after this.
KACH.
We've started a new year. Maybe it's time for you to start something too, like a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram from West Motor Company and either Preston or Logan. You'll find a great selection of cars, vans, Jeeps, and trucks on the lots at West Motor. Pick up the exact one you want and start it up. Start something new sales event with strong new deals that will make it easy for you to slide into the new seat of your new vehicle. Start a new level share with a new vehicle.
The keys to tonight's game are brought to you by Naylor Insurance. For farm, auto, home health, and life from Mutual of Enumclaw, nobody cares like we do. Naylor Insurance.
1-2. 1-2.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a team driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got team drivers, you need to know about the rate saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Team Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your team a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
Listen to Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, welcome back here to the pregame show as we get ready for tonight's game. Let's look at some of the keys to tonight's game for the Preston Indians. First, do the things, I should say, that you did at Hillcrest. You heard Coach Jones say you led for 32 minutes. You did all the little things you needed to do to go on the road and beat someone on their home court. Just didn't quite get it done. So do all those same things you did today. Number two, when you do go out there and do all those things, make sure you do it for 4 quarters and carry the game all the way through the end. And finally, production from everyone on the court. You need points from everyone. Production from some of the positions have been a little bit waning over the last 2 or 3 games. So everyone on the floor, you need positive production from everyone on the floor coming up today. Some of the other games going on around the area. It's a rivalry at Westside. We'll have that game coming up for you when we are done here today. Mountain Home is at Skyline. Century is at Blackfoot. Madison at Bonneville. Rigby will be at Hillcrest today. Highland is at Idaho Falls tonight. Columbia takes on Minico. And Pocatello will be at Thunder Ridge. This game important for the Indians because, as Coach Jones said, right now they're sitting in 3rd place in the conference with just a couple of weeks to go. Century is 10-3 with a 1-0 conference record. In fact, Century beat Pocatello last night, so Pokey is 1-1 in conference, and they're 11-3 overall on the year. With the loss the other night against Pocatello, Preston's 0-1 in conference play, and they sit 9-6 overall on the year. And, of course, here in Twin Falls, it's the Preston Indians against the Twin Falls Bruins. And as Coach Jones said, they haven't played here very often. I remember that game a couple of years ago. That was a very difficult loss that night for the Indians. And see if they can rebound from that and rebound and snap their present 3-game losing streak as well. As that game coming up in just a couple of minutes. So we invite you now to stay tuned. All the excitement of Preston Indians basketball is coming up next.
KACH.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
It's time for Preston Indians basketball. The Indians have won 4 Idaho State 4A titles in the last 5 years and look to keep building on what has become a championship tradition. Tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors, celebrating their 75th year in the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all the parts your car may need to keep running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Preston Pharmacy, now with their own app to help make tracking your prescriptions easier. Tonight's game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting is strictly prohibited.
And welcome again to Preston Indians basketball. As this afternoon the Indians are on the road as they are in Twin Falls to take on the Bruins. Introducing the starting lineups out onto the floor. First for the Preston Indians, the usual fives. It's Stephen Roberts starting at the point. Brecker Knapp, the junior, will be one of the guards. The power forward down low is Cole Harris, the senior. In the middle, Brandon Hess. And then, of course, the shooting guard tonight is Gabe Hammonds. Gabe, the leading scorer on the team, it's just over 16 points per game. Now they'll fire up the music, get the crowd going, and we'll have the starting lineups here for the Bruins from Twin Falls. It's Nick Swenson, the 5'11 senior, who had 15 points the other night against Preston a couple of weeks ago. Radakunda Emery, the 6' senior, also gets a start here tonight. And it'll be Tyler Robbins, a 6'2 senior. Mason Swafford, the shooting guy that had all the points the other night that Coach Jones talked about in the pregame show. He had 24 in the first meeting on the year between these two teams. And Riley Hubsmith, the 6'2 senior, who had 4 points the other night against the Indians, as he will get a start here this evening as well. So the Twin Falls Bruins, dressed in white, trimmed in blue numerals and their Twin Falls logo on their chest. Preston will wear their blue road uniforms today, trimmed in white and darker blue numerals, and Preston in white slapped across the chest as well. As we're ready to play some basketball here from Twin Falls, glad to have you with us, and we're underway as Hess controls the tip, and it comes down to Roberts as he'll bring the ball up into the front court. Roberts gets it to Knapp, who pops out on the left side, back out top to Harris. Cole comes to get it there. He'll bring it down to Hess as he pops out on the right elbow. Hess, one bounce dribble, can't really do much with it, so he'll give it back outside to Hammonds again. Now he'll hand it to Roberts, and they'll set up the offense again. Roberts looks down the right side, wants to drive, gets cut off. In the corner it goes to Hammonds. Down low on the block to Hess. He turns right, and the layup is partially blocked from behind by Hubsmith. Here come the Bruins as they get it to Emery up into the front court. Emery holds on the free throw line, extended right. He'll go back up top to Swenson. Swinson says, hold on a minute, and they'll work it all the way back around here on the right side as it comes back to Emery once again. In the corner, back down there to Swinson. They'll work it all the way now back around over onto the left side as it comes to Hubsmith over in the corner. He brings it back across the top of the key as it comes back to Swafford. Swafford, what killed the Indians was Swafford was so deadly from outside. He made 4 threes in that game. Still can't get a shot, though. Good defense by Preston. As it comes back to Emery again on the right side. Drives it back across the top of the key. Still, it'll go back over again to Swinson on the left side. Three-pointer there is no good. And the Hubsmith has the rebound down low. He'll pull the ball back out, and they'll set up the offense again. Minute and a half gone here in the first quarter. Neither team has scored as of yet. Emery, he'll try a three from the right side. That's no good. Long rebound is off again, and once again it's Hubsmith able to chase it down as doesn't get a shot, doesn't take the shot, does Swafford, as the ball again comes back out to the top of the key. Back to Emery. Swafford now on the right side and on the angle. Drives back across the top of the key. Emery now over on the left side, wants to drive the baseline. Puts it up, no good. Tapped inside once, no good. Harris had it, lost it, comes back to Emery. Picked up down low by Robbins. Robbins wants to drive, and a foul on Harris. Cole cut off the ball handler trying to go baseline, and in the process drew the foul. So that's one on Cole Harris tonight. As again looking for the first points in the game as we're over 2 minutes gone. The three-pointer there by Swafford is no good, and the rebound's off to Cole Harris. He'll run the ball back up into the front court, give it to Roberts, wants to drive, pull up from 8 and hit it. Stephen Roberts with the basket as Emery down here at the other end. That's no good. The rebound is off to Brecker Knapp. Quickly ahead to Hammonds all the way. Layup from behind. He's taken down hard by Hubsmith, who goes over and tries to help him up. But Hammonds gets up kind of holding his back and walking gingerly. I'm not sure why that wasn't called an intentional foul with Hammonds clearly ahead and then a foul from behind on the layup. Somebody can get really hurt seriously that way as the first free throw here by Hammonds is no good. Then again, I don't know why nobody else on the team come over to talk to Hubsmith and tell him that was completely uncalled for. Hammonds makes the second. It's 3-0 Preston. As Swinson gets it up into the front court and it goes through the hands of Emery and out of bounds. That bucket made by Stephen Roberts, why that was so important. We talked about production from everybody on the court. Roberts and Shumway had gone the last 3 games providing no points, 0 points in the last 3 games from the point guard position. Hammonds from the right corner drills the 3. So Gabe comes back and says, you know what, you're going to knock me down like that? You're going to pay for it as he hits a 3 the next time down the floor. 6-0 Indians. Emery driving down the middle, lost the ball, may have been poked away as Hess picks it up. Here comes Hess all the way, lay it off to Hammonds, who fumbled it going up for the 3 as Twin Falls gets it back. They cover the ball, and then Hess falls over the top, and it's probably going to be a foul on Braden, and it is. So Hess draws the foul. That's his first, team's second. As they get it in the backcourt, Swinson able to break the press, gets it back across the timeline. In the corner, it goes to Swafford down the baseline. He misses it, and then running over Hammonds was Tyler Robbins. Not only just ran him over, stuck out a forearm shiver to help him go down. So it's pretty obvious right now that Twin Falls figures they needed to get to Gabe Hammonds out of the game. Gabe had 14 points to lead the team in scoring in that first game against Twin Falls about 2 weeks ago back in Preston. 6-0 Indians. Roberts gets the ball back up in the front court. Down low, great pass to Knapp, lay it up and in. Brecker's played very well in the last couple of games and gets a good look-off pass from Roberts for the layup as Swinson has it back up in the front court. Preston jumps out to a quick 8-0 lead in the game. Here's a three-pointer put up by Swafford. It's good. Swafford nails the 3, and hold on. We got whistles As not sure the delay of game warning is for. Oh, it should be white 23. It says Robbins grabbed the ball after he came through the hoop. I thought he said black 23. So the white delay of game warning goes against Twin Falls. That's understandable. As though here's Preston back up into the front court as Roberts has it, gives it off to Harris. Cole gets the three-point line, doesn't shoot, give it back over to Hammonds again. His three-pointer is just a little bit short. Hubsmith has the rebound. He'll give it to Swenson. Up into the front court, wants to spin at the right elbow, can't get the shot. Give it to Robbins, now he gets it back. Come back across the top of the key, gives it to Hubsmith. Back over here on the near side as it comes into Gurley just into the game. Back over Hubsmith, free throw line extended right. Back to Gurley, now back to Hubsmith again. Can't get a shot, so they'll whip it all the way back around onto the left side as it ends up back in the hands of Nick Swanson. Hubsmith from the left corner, three. No good. Harris taps it, but he taps it there to Swafford. Back to Swenson, driving, left-handed, with the layup. Nick Swenson gets his first 2 points of the game. He had 15 in the first meeting between the two teams. As Hammonds puts it up from along the baseline, that's no good. We got Bruins laying all over the floor, and finally they're able to control the ball as they get it to Swenson back up into the front court. Hubsmith now back to Swafford, free throw line extended left. His second three of the quarter is good again. Swafford, he's 2 for 2 from behind the arc, and we're tied at 8. As Shumway into the game here for the first time for Preston. Bad pass is going to go in the backcourt. Saved by Shumway to Harris. Back over down low on the left block. It comes to Knapp. Works his way down low. Can't get the layup to go down. Harris fights for the rebound. Back to Knapp. Lay it in. Good effort by Cole Harris to fight for the rebound and get the layup on the no-look pass down low to Knapp. Preston goes back in the lead again at 10-8. 1:47 to play here in the first quarter. Colby Good has it down on the baseline. Little jumper there, put up. That's no good on the shot by Robbins, and the long rebound comes back to Gurley again. His three is no good. As hustling for the rebound, and a holding foul called against Twin Falls, as the foul is going to go against Robbins. Tyler Robbins called for the foul. That's 3 on Twin Falls as a team here, with a minute and a half left to play in quarter number 1. Preston leads 10-8 as Roberts comes out. As Braden Hess comes back into the game. As they get it down to a Knapp down low, it comes to Hess. Layoff pass back to Harris. Put it up. Can't get it to go down as it rolls off the iron. Back to picked up by Knapp again. Matt puts it back outside. Three-pointer from Shumway is short as Cole crashes the boards, grabs the rebound, and gets it back outside to Hammonds. Back to Harris in the corner. He'll take a three. No good, as that rebound is off to Swafford up high to pull it down. Quickly, here come the Bruins again, back the other way as we go under a minute to play here in the first quarter. As they get it up high as it comes to Zach Ball into the game. The young sophomore driving Swafford off the glass. No, Ball has the rebound and the putback basket. And the foul, he'll go to the free throw line. Foul's going to be against Braden Hess. That's his second here in the first quarter. And for Preston, that's never a good combination. So Zach Ball's going to go to the free throw line. We get to full change here as everybody for Twin Falls is out. Give them an extra couple of breaths of good clean air before we go to the second quarter. And Zach Ball will go to the free throw line. And if he makes it and give his team a first lead of the day, which he does. So it's 11-10. Twin Falls with their first lead of the game. As it comes to Harris in the corner, back outside. 35 seconds to play in the quarter. Hammonds, and we got an Indian lane on the floor is Cole Harris. And trying to fight his way through the screen was Jake Mahike, as he'll draw the foul, as he's the one that ended up putting Cole Harris down, who was laying the screen. 33 seconds left in the quarter. Preston has the ball underneath their own basket in the front court. Shumway to get it in. Into Harris, in the paint, put it up, that's no good. Knapp fights for the rebound, but controlled by Twin Falls, and the foul against Preston. And the foul's going to go against Harris. That'll be his second as well. So 4 team fouls for each side now. And the officials getting together to talk here all of a sudden. Is it not against Harris, or is it against Harris? As they come over to talk to the officials, they want to adjust the clock as they put 31.7 back on the clock. And I think we got everything straight now, and we'll go back to work. So Twin Falls with a 1-point lead has the ball in the backcourt. Preston will fall back into a defensive posture as it's Tate Priestley onto the floor to replace Cole Harris with his 2 fouls. See how long Cole ends up staying on the bench. Purcell, a 3-pointer from the corner put up by Dickerson is no good. Roberts ahead quickly into the front court. It comes to Shumway. Back to Priestley in his first game in the last 7 games in which Preston has played. Back to Roberts, back to Priestley. He wants to drive, hangs in the paint, put it up, no good. Ball has the rebound. 3 seconds to play. 2-1. Dickerson lets it fly. No good. Boy, it was close. It rattled in and came out. But after the Bruins fell behind early, they will take a 1-point lead into the second quarter. After 1, it's Twin Falls 11, Preston 10. We'll be right back.
KACA.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
The second quarter of tonight's game is sponsored by Webb Funeral Home, 1005 South 8th East.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
We start the second quarter. Preston trailing by a point. Down low as Ball has his shot blocked by Knapp. Taken away. Drew Jones onto the floor to start the quarter. Brings it back up into the front court. So big changes here for the Indians as Rhett Larson, Drew Jones, and the shot by Jones is no good. Cade Lord's into the game as well as he saves it onto the floor, but it's picked up by Swenson. Drives all the way and a foul by Jones, and it goes in. Jones grabbed his arm. Swenson was still able to get the ball up. And the basket is good, and Swenson will shoot one. So Drew Harris draws the foul. Drew will learn that as a freshman, if you're going to foul somebody going to the basket, foul him hard enough to where you can't get the shot off. Swenson makes the free throw, and it's 14-10. Here's Hammonds, takes a 3. That's no good. As the rebound is off down low to Swenson, and then Swenson runs into Knapp and trips over him and going to call a blocking foul on Brecker. That's kind of a cheap foul, but they call it on him nonetheless. And for Brecker, that's his first, and Preston now with 5 team fouls here in the first half. As officials come down again to talk to the officials as they're trying to figure out something here. They're pointing at Drew Jones as trying to get a foul straightened out, unless they charge the foul on the previous layup down low by Swenson, charged it to the wrong person. So either way, here we go. 14-10, Twin Falls with the lead, and Preston needs to get the offense going again. Bounce it down low to Ball, kick it back outside to Swenson. Emery back onto the floor. He gives it off as it's Swafford down the middle. Can't get a shot, gives it back to Swenson. He comes top of the key, lays it off there as it's to Mahike. Back to Aradacunda. Emery takes a three from the left side, no good. And Cade Lords comes slashing through to grab the rebound. Quickly up into the front court as it comes to Jones. Drew will slow things up as the defense is back. As it goes it off to Lords, now back to Jones. Rhett Larson back in the high post, back at the top of the key. Jones shoots over it and hits the three-pointer. Drew nails the three, and Preston's down by one at 14-13. Ball holds onto it in the backcourt, and the big guy puts it to the floor, and it travels. You never want somebody 6'6" trying to ball handle, bring the ball up the floor. As he ran into the defense of Rhett Larson and ended up traveling. So Preston will get the ball back down by a point with 6.5 to play here in the first half. Dan Hubbard here in Twin Falls. John Beverly back in the studio as our engineer here on this Saturday afternoon. Glad to have you along. Jones to Hammonds over on the right side as a swarming 2-3 zone put on here by Twin Falls. As it comes back to Lords, they get it back to Jones. And Swafford way out on the tip of the zone, and Preston will call a timeout, not able to do much with it here so far. So a timeout on the floor, we'll take it as well and be right back.
KACA.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
6:07 left here in the first half. As Preston trailing Twin Falls by a point, but Preston has the ball, and as we throw the ball in and start play, we got a whistle or a buzzer from the official scorer's table. Was that inadvertent? I believe it was, as the referees will put it right back into play here again. So Drew Jones on the floor, driving, gets cut off. He'll pull the ball back out, gets it inside to Lords, back over to Hammonds. Hammonds wants to drive, goes around. Nice little layoff pass to Larson for the layup. Great pass by Hammonds, and good attention by Rhett Larson. Be ready for that ball, just kind of coming around the big body of Zach Ball down low. As the ball's kicked by Swanson, and it's picked up, and they're going to call it a held ball, and it's going to go to Preston, as Preston has retaken the lead now at 15-14. So good minutes from the young JV guys on the team. Larson, Lords, and Jones all getting playing time here early on because of foul trouble for Harris and for Hess. Lords wants to drive, back to Jones, passes up the three at the top of the key. Hammonds will take it from the right side, a little bit long. Knapp battles for it down low and will draw the foul. That's now 2 on Brecker as well. So Knapp will draw the foul. That's 7 on Preston, and that's going to mean 1-1 coming up here for the Twin Falls. You know, the only other game that Coach Jones can remember playing here was a couple of years ago, and the same sort of thing happened. Ty Hyde found himself in early foul trouble, and he ended up spending a lot of time on the bench. And Preston had a hard time matching up with a lineup then for Twin Falls that was much bigger. So here is Wofford at the line, and he makes the front end of the 1-1. Swafford's got 7 here in the first half. And we're tied again. We're tied at 15, and Swafford's second free throw, he makes them both and gives his team the lead once again. Jones with it back up into the front court. As Preston now really goes small, they have 4 guards basically on the floor. Shumway for 3, in and out, and a whistle again underneath. This is going to be against Twin Falls, as it's going to go against Zach Ball. And the young sophomore called for his first foul of the game, as he got a hook on Larson as the rebound came up. As this comes to Hammonds, another three from the right corner. This one's a hair short. As Swenson slashes through to grab the rebound. Twin Falls up by a point, 16-15. Emery in the front court gets it down low. Nice backdoor look as it's Curtis Christensen with the layup. He has his first 2 points of the game, and Twin Falls goes up 3 as we're at 4:45 rather to play here in quarter number 2. Inside, Larson has it at the left elbow, doesn't take the shot, comes back to Shumway, back out top to Jones. They collapse on him so he doesn't take the three. It comes back to Larson at the free throw line. Back to Shumway, back over here on the left side. Lords has it, left corner three. Good! And the foul, and it counts. Cade Lords drills the three. And the foul is going to go against Christensen, his first, and Lords is going to try to convert into what becomes a 4-point play as Preston ties the game at 18. So here's Lords at the free throw line, and the free throw is no good. So we stay tied at 18. 4:25 to play in the first half. Here's Gilman into the game for the first time, number 20 in white. Back down low, Luke Moon also into the game for the first time. They get it down on the post to Hubsmith. Tries to turn, put it up and in. Riley Hubsmith with his first 2 points of the game. That gives Twin Falls a lead again at 20-18. Jones back up into the front court. Tyler Linhart into the game for the first time tonight for Preston as they have to find some bodies to operate inside. Jones. His pass comes to Lords. Cade drives the baseline to Shumway. Back out top to Jones. He'll take a three. No good. As quickly Lords had the rebound, lost it, and then draws the foul. And that's going to be 1-1 again back down here at the other end. Lords went up for the rebound and battled for it a little bit too hard and draws the foul. It's his first, 8th on Preston as a team, and it's going to be Andy Gilman, the 5'8 junior, to go to the free throw line to try 1-1 here. Gelman went scoreless in that first game against Preston a couple of weeks ago back at Preston Gym. 3:42 left here in the first, or check that in the second quarter, I should say, as Gelman's first free throw is good. Makes it 21-18. Gelman's second. That's good again. So he makes them both. And Twin Falls with a 4-point lead, 22-18. Lords to Shumway. Back down low as it ends up in the hands again of Hammonds in the paint. He goes up. That's no good. Wrestles and fights for his own rebound. Ball's loose. He falls on it. Linhart comes up with it, and they're finally going to call it a held ball or they call it a timeout. Which one is it? As the referee stands and talks with the coach, James Glenn, over on the Twin Falls bench instead of making a call. What do we got, guys? As now the Zebras are going to get together to see exactly what we have. If it's a held ball, it's going to go to Twin Falls. It's going to be, yep, they started to break up out of the meeting. Now they go back into it. Hammonds had the ball, and they fell on top of him. You would think this would be a foul, as now the officials want to get together with both of the head coaches at the scorer's table. I think that's what they're going to call. As Hammonds had the ball, he was laying on the ground, and a pair of Twin Falls Bruins jumped on top of him, trying to hold the ball. Well, to do that, you have to hold him down. That's a foul. And I think that's what the referee is trying to explain to Coach Glenn, as Tyler Jones is just standing there as a disinterested observer at the moment. And what are we going to have? As they still have not made any sort of an indication or told anybody anything, but Hammonds is going to walk to the free throw line, and he's going to shoot a free throws with nobody on the line. So that means that has to be a technical foul against somebody, as the shot by Hammonds is good. So they have yet to report who the foul is against as they go over and talk to the scorer's table. And Hammonds back to the free throw line again, misses the second. But if it's a technical foul, Preston would get the ball back. as one referee continues to talk to the scorer at the table, and now he's going to make an announcement. Let's see. Okay, so the technical foul was on the Twin Falls bench, and now Twin Falls wants a timeout, and the ball should belong to Preston when they come back out of the timeout. As tonight's game is brought to you in part by Franklin County Medical Center, providing you the best care in all of the Cache Valley. Franklin County Medical Center, 44 North First West in Preston. And the game also sponsored by Stokes Market, True Value, with fresh bakery, deli, and now fresh sushi made daily. Stokes Market, True Value, 217 South State Street in Preston. So Preston gets the ball back as it comes out top, back to Jones. 22-19. Preston trails by 3. Lords has it back top of the key, goes back to Jones. Back down low. Larson back into the game and put it up and in. Great pass by Jones to find Larson down low. Rhett's got 4, and Preston trails by a point. Back up into the front court. It's Will Purcell with it for Twin Falls. Gives it off to Swafford over on the left side. Popping up to the top of the key was Moon. Goes back to Swafford. In the corner, Gelman can't get the shot, so they'll bring it back out to the top of the key again. Purcell now back to Swafford. Free throw line extended right. Again, drives across the top of the key. Fall away from 3 is no good. Hammond's up high to grab the rebound. And then Will Purcell with a foul in the backcourt. And that's going to mean free throws again for Gabe Hammonds. I can understand being aggressive and trying to get a rebound, but once the guy has the rebound and you foul him 75 feet away from the basket, there's no reason for that. So 1-1, and Hammonds will go back to the free throw line again. Gabe, 2 out of 4 so far from the line tonight, has 5 points. And the first one is good. Naylor Insurance brings you tonight's game for home, health, life, and auto insurance through Mutual of Enumclaw. Call Naylor Insurance at 852-0810. Hammonds makes them both. So Gabe's got 7, and Preston has the lead again. 23-22. Driving the baseline, Swinson, and I'm going to say that's off of Lords and out of bounds, as Swinson tried to drive around Cade and go along the baseline and lost the ball, but they say Cade got a hand on it, so the ball stays with the Bruins. 2:23 to play in the quarter. As it comes in all the way out near the timeline, Iratakunda Emery able to chase it down. Swinson has it, free throw line extended left, comes back out top, back to Stevens. Stevens comes back to Emery here on the right side. Emery drives around Linhart, then gives it off, gets it back, steps in, drives all the way, hangs in the paint, no good. And the rebound's up high, comes to Larson. Here comes Hammonds again back the other way. Lay it off to Cade. Lords for the layup. Lords has 5, and Preston ups the lead back to 3. It's 25-22. 1:45 to play in the quarter. A shot from the left elbow by Jace McMackey is good. He has his first 2 points of the game. Jones back to Lords. Can't get a shot. Comes back to Jones again. Jones top of the key. Comes back to Lords. Looks at a 3. Kind of forced that one. No good. And inside a foul on Rhett Larson, trying to body and use his off arm to control the defender to try to get the rebound. So they called the foul on, they charged the foul number 1 on the board. It's actually 0. It's Chevy Nelson not on the floor. It's Rhett Larson who draws the foul, his first. That's 9 now on Preston as a team. And Riley Hubsmith, who Larson was trying to shield off with the off arm, will go to the free throw line to shoot 1-1, and the first one's no good. Larson has that rebound. Fair enough. Back up into the front court. Here comes Jones. Drew stops the penetration, kicks it back outside. As it comes back to Hammonds, now swing it all the way back over onto the left side, back to Jones again. Finds himself double teamed and tried to get it down low to Larson, which he did, and Larson traveled before he could throw the pass. So another turnover against the Indians. While Hess and Harris sit on the bench. They've been there most of the second quarter with 2 fouls each. As Swinson gives it to Emery, now gets it back over on the left side, back down low. Hubsmith with a backdoor layup. No contention there by Preston. And as another lead change as Twin Falls goes back in the lead at 26-25. Jones, top of the key, comes back to Lords, back to Jones again. Looks at a long three. Good! Wow! A rainbow three by Drew Jones. He's got 6, and Preston has the lead again at 28-26. Swinson on the left side, 30 seconds to play in the half. Working against Larson, way out away from the bucket, lost it, gets it back, puts it up and throws it in. Nick Swinson has 7, and we're tied at 28. So back and forth again, as they may not be part of the conference anymore, but Twin Falls certainly looks at Preston as a conference of foe. Jones, nice move, down low to Larson, he's fouled going up. So Rhett's going to go back to the free throw line. The foul is going to be on Jace Mahike, his second. And Larson can break the tie with 4.7 seconds left here in the half. We invite you to stay tuned. The Ralph's Construction halftime report coming up when the first half is over as Larson misses the first. Rhett's got one more chance, gets a little bit of a pep talk from Drew Jones, who now backs off back into his defensive posture. Wants to make sure that Radicunda Emery doesn't get deeper on the floor than he is. And now Larson's second free throw is good and gives Preston the lead again. Larson's got 5 here in the first half. That's our 9th lead change as they put it up, no good. And Twin Falls wanted a foul, but the officials say nope, their hands were straight up in the air, and that's the way the first half will end. A very hotly contested first half here in Twin Falls, but Preston will go off with a 1-point lead. They lead 29-28. We invite you to stay tuned for the Ralph's Construction halftime report. It's coming up right after this.
KACA.
We've started a new year. Maybe it's time for you to start something too, like a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram from West Motor Company in either Preston or Logan. You'll find a great selection of cars, vans, Jeeps, and trucks on the lots at West Motor. Pick up the exact one you want and start it up. Start something new sales event with strong new deals that will make it easy for you to slide into the new seat of your new vehicle. Start a new love affair with a new vehicle. WestMotorCompany.com.
Hi, everybody. It's Dan Hubbard for ChemDry of Northern Utah. Are you worried about the safety of your home or business? Well, ChemDry of Northern Utah can help. Their new Micro Pro Shield service disinfects, then adds antimicrobial protection for up to 90 days. They use patented technology to create a layer of spikes on surfaces that mechanically kills microbes on contact for up to 3 months. Their hospital-grade disinfectant is EPA approved for use against SARS-CoV-2, the very cause of COVID-19. It's simply ideal for residential and commercial settings. If you'd like more information about their new Micro Pro Shield service and you're in Cache or Box Elder County, make sure you call today, 435-752-6100. That's 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern.
The halftime report is sponsored by Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Call 435-232-18.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information, 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-18.
KACH.
Welcome back here to Twin Falls. This is the Ralph's Construction halftime report as the Preston Indians and Twin Falls Bruins played a very tight first half. The lead went back and forth. We were tied 6 times. We had 9 lead changes in the first half. and you certainly look like Preston was going to fall behind early, especially when Brandon Hess and Cole Harris fell into foul trouble and ended up spending most of the second quarter on the bench. But in the first, in our pregame interview with Coach Jones, we talked about getting contributions from everyone on the floor. Rhett Larson stepped up, Brecker Knapp stepped up, Drew Jones stepped up, and so did Cade Lords as well, as they all had big contributions in the second half. We'll tell you exactly how big in our next segment when we check the scoring on the score sheet after the first half of the game here tonight. But rest assured, for the Preston Indians, if they don't step up and play the way they did in the first half, the way we know they can, certainly Preston could have found themselves in a deep, deep hole. Tonight's game brought to you by ChemDry of Northern Utah. Introducing Micro Pro Shield Disinfecting Plus antimicrobial protection that works for up to 90 days. For a safer home or business and greater peace of mind, if you're in the Cache or Box Elder County area, call today at 435-752-6100. That's 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern Utah. We'll come back and look at the score sheet right after this.
KACH.
Sushi, a word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, let's check out the stat sheet and see how things looked in the first half in this game as Preston leads by 1 at the halftime break, 29-28. For Twin Falls, Nick Swinson had a pretty good first half as he finished with 7 points overall. It was Andy Gilman who had 2 in the first half. Curtis Christensen also had 2. Mason Swafford with 8. Remember, he had 24 in the first meeting between these two teams a couple of weeks ago. Riley Hubsmith finished the first half with 4 points. Jace Mahike had 2. Zach Ball with 3. And Will Purcell did not score, but he committed a foul in the first half as Twin Falls was 4 out of 5 from the free throw line and made 2 3-point shots here in the first half here this afternoon. For the Preston Indians, we talked about getting production from everyone on the floor. Rhett Larson with 5 points in the first half. Good minutes for Rhett inside with Hess on the bench. Traeger Shumway did not score in the first half. Stephen Roberts had 2. Brecker Knapp finished the first half with 4. Gabe Hammonds had 7 in the first half, including a 3-pointer. Drew Jones had a pair of threes and finished the first half with 6. And Cade Lords also made a 3-point shot as he finished the first half with 5 points today. And Preston, they were 6 of 9 from the free throw line, and they made 4 shots from behind the 3-point arc. So a good half for the Preston Indians. They got good production from everybody on the floor and lead by 1. During the halftime break. Tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors in Preston and in Logan. They started a new year, and you can start something new too, like driving a new Ford, Chrysler, Plymouth, Jeep, or Dodge truck. Pick one out and start something new. It's the Start Something New sales event going on now at West Motors in Preston and in Logan. This has been the Ralph's Construction Halftime Report. We'll come back. We'll have the start of the second half for you coming up right after this.
KACH.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information. 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-1837.
The third quarter is sponsored by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston, Mink Creek.
Well, welcome back here to Twin Falls as we get ready to start the second half of the game here tonight. Preston leads by 1, and the third quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Whether your car, whatever you might need for, if it's making a ping, a bang, or a tick, Preston Auto Parts is your only stop that you need to make. Stop by where you'll be treated like a friend. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street here in Preston. Twin Falls is out on the floor waiting as they'll have the ball to start the second half. They're waiting for the Preston Indians to come out onto the floor as the horn has gone off and a little talk from Coach Jones breaks up, and Preston will come back out on the floor as they will come back with their starting 5. That means Hess and Harris back onto the floor with 2 fouls each. Also Brecker Knapp with 2 fouls out there as well. So here we go in the second half as looks like the regular starting 5. Nope, I take it back as Zach Ball is starting the second half here for Twin Falls tonight. As it comes to Swafford, top of the key, doesn't take the shot. Gives it off to Christensen. He also starts the second half. Back to Swafford in the corner. Drives the baseline. Lay it up, no good. Tap, controlled there by Ball. His layup is no good. And Roberts comes away with it. Hook pass up into the front court. Comes to Hess all the way. Blocking foul on Emery. Count the bucket. Braden Hess with his first 2 fouls of the game. Blocking foul on Iradikunda Emery. That's his first foul, and the first against the Twin Falls in the second half. And the 73% free throw shooter Hess misses it as it falls off the front end of the front lip of the iron. So it stays a 3-point lead for the Indians. 31-28, just underway here in the third quarter. As Twin Falls gets their second possession, that's off the hands of Swafford, picked off by Hess. It goes to Harris. Up into the front court it comes to Knapp. Brecker's shot no good. And the rebound inside by the 6'6 sophomore Zach Ball. He'll hand it off as it comes to Swinson back up into the front court. Swinson off on the right side to Christensen. Holds there. Puts the ball, the dribble to the floor. Now terminates it and gets it back up top to Swinson again. Comes to Emery now on the left side. Free throw extended. Goes the opposite way around the screen. Goes to the basket. And the shot is blocked by Roberts. Taken away by Hammonds. Quickly up into the front court. Back to Roberts in the right corner. Can't get a shot from there, so he'll bring it back out and set up the offense. What a defensive play by Stephen Roberts down low to block the foul, to block the ball on what seemed like a sure layup. As it comes to Hess, now back to Roberts again. Roberts comes around the screen, set by Harris. And he'll come back over to Hammonds, now gets it back again. Inside to Harris, kick it back out to Knapp. Back to Roberts. Lines up a three from the top of the key. In and out. Knapp with the rebound. And instead of going back up, looks to pass. Gives it back to Roberts. From 12, no good. Hess with the rebound. Put it in. 33-28. As Preston off to a 4-0 run to start the second half. As they give it off to Christensen. Now back out top to Swenson. Swenson working against Roberts. Gives it off to Emery. They'll swing it back over to Swafford again, way away from the basket, and get it back to Emery on the free throw line, extended right. He wants to drive. Pulls up in the paint. Fakes once, fakes twice. Can't get the shot, so he'll give it back to Swenson, who takes a three from the top of the key. That's no good. Tapped around once, twice, taken away by Hammonds. Here comes Gabe back up in the front court for Preston. Crossover dribble, give it back to Harris. Cole looks at a three. That's not the shot that Cole wants, as he missed it, as Ball has the rebound. Get it back up in the front court to Emery for Twin Falls. He holds, now gives it back out top to Swafford. That's a three that he'll take, and he makes his third three of the game. He has 11 points, and the lead for Preston down to 2. It's 33-31. Harris, backdoor to Hess, reverse layup, count it, and he's fouled again. Foul against Christensen, I believe they said it is, and it's his second. So Hubsmith and Moon come back in. Emery and Christensen will go back to the bench for the Bruins. And Brandon Hess back to the free throw line for the three-point, which this one rolls in. Brandon's got 7. And it's 36-31. Preston's lead out to 5 again. I should say Braden, not Brandon. I knew better than that. As Moon has it, top of the key, gives it off to Swenson. Comes to Hubsmith on the left side. Puts the ball to the dribble, now brings it back out. Can't get a shot, so he'll give it back to Moon. Now back to Hubsmith, top of the key. Over on the right side now as it goes back over to Swenson. He wants to drive down the middle, splits the defense, throws it up, but he threw it off the bottom of the rim. The rebound is off to Hess. He'll give it to Roberts back up to the front court. Here come the Indians. 4:15 to play here in quarter number 3. They lead by 5 points. Knapp and down on the block as it comes to Cole Harris. Kick it back outside to Roberts. Wants to drive, can't. So he'll give it back to Brecker Knapp again. To Roberts, now back to Knapp. Swing it back over to Hammonds now over on the left side. Tried to go behind the back and lost it, but able to get it back just before it went out of bounds. Harris at the elbow, pulls in and hits the little short jumper, and Cole has his first 2 points of the game. And Preston, I think with their biggest lead of the game now, it's 7 points, 38-31. Swafford drives the baseline, cut off by Knapp, and a foul on Knapp. Nope, they're going to call it on Hess. Are you kidding me? Knapp was in front of Hess, and somehow they called it on 10 instead of 4. So that's 4 on Braden, or 3 rather, on Braden Hess. First team foul against the Indians here in the half. And the free throw by Swafford is good. So Shumway is going to come back on the floor as Hess is going to come off. Hess just shaking his head as he gets over to the bench. He can't believe they called that foul on him. Swafford with his next free throw. That one's no good. And Cole Harris able to pull down the rebound. He'll run the dribble up into the front court and now slow it down and give it back to Roberts. Roberts to Harris, back outside Hammonds for 3. Good. Gabe with his second 3 of the game. He has 10 points, and the Preston lead is now 9 at 41-32. And a timeout called by Twin Falls. 3:21 left here in the third. We'll take a timeout. Back with more after this.
KACH.
A higher level of precision and accuracy, that's what the new Naveo Robotic Assistance System at Franklin County Medical Center provides you. Whether you're in need of revision, partial or total knee replacement, the new robotic assisted surgery technology at Franklin County Medical Center allow knee surgery candidates the comfort of knowing that their knee surgery will be performed with confidence, improving the function, feel, and longevity of your new knee. Learn more about the new robotics machine at fcmc.org. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
KACH.
Third quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in and see them. at 17 South State Street in Preston. So once again, Twin Falls out on the floor after the first horn, as Preston will, Coach Jones will keep his boys in the huddle until finally they have to come out, and here they come. They lead by 9, 41-32, 3:21 rather, left here in quarter number 3. As Cole Harris stays out with his 2 fouls. Swenson gives it off to Swafford, back to Swenson, bounce it down low. As back into the game now, it is Tyler Robbins, a 3-pointer by Robbins. No, they call it Swafford who shot the ball for his 4th 3 of the game and a block at the other end. Here comes Twin Falls again as they trail by 6. Swafford in the corner, back to Swenson. Behind the back dribble against Shumway. Can't go baseline, so he'll bring the ball back out. Robbins in the corner. He'll take a 3. Good. Back-to-back threes. And Twin Falls has cut the lead down to 3 at 41-38. Hubsmith claps his hands as if to say, bring it on. As Roberts brings Hubsmith over to the right side. Hammonds dribbles against Moon. Bring it back outside to Knapp. Brecker stands 16 feet away from the basket, drives against Robbins, brings it back out top as it comes back to Roberts again. And Roberts will back the ball up and set up the offense. We're down to 2:10 to play here in quarter number 3. Harris comes up to the elbow to receive the pass. He'll give it to Shumway. Back in the left corner goes to Roberts again, tries to drive and can't. And once again, he'll back the ball up as Preston becomes a little bit deliberate here on the offense. Back to Harris again at the left elbow. He wants to drive. Spin move, and they call the travel. Harris with that 360 spin. They don't know better than that. They're going to call that every time. You may not take a step with that pivot foot, but you're certainly moving it, and that's going to be a traveling violation. So here comes Twin Falls. They can tie the game here with a 3. With 1:45 to play. Here's the 3 from Moon. It's short, and the rebound is off to Harris. Fights his way through. Come down the floor. Lay it off on the left side to Roberts for the layup. Nice break run there by the Indians as they open the lead back up to 5 again with 1.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Third quarter brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. As Swafford brings it back up to the top over on the right side, it goes over there to Luke Moon, the 5'11 junior. Comes back up to the top of the key. He goes back to Swafford. He's got 4 threes today, just like he did in the game at Preston a couple of weeks ago. Moon drives. Foul. A shot was blocked by Harris, but a foul first. And the foul is going to go against Stephen Roberts, his first. 2 team fouls now against either side. And it'll be Luke Moon going to the free throw line to shoot a pair of free throws here. So here's Moon to shoot a pair. First shot is no good as it rolls in, goes in and comes out. Tonight's game brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, offering many options for your insurance coverage needs. Stop in at 85 South State Street in Preston to get your competitive quote today, or call 852-2500. That's 852-2500. Moon's second free throw is good. So he makes 1 of 2. And it's a 4-point Preston lead at 42-39. Roberts almost threw it away as actually Shumway able to pick it up. And now Coach Jones wants a timeout with 1:01 left in the quarter. Timeout on the floor. We'll be right back.
KACH.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information. 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-1837.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
1 minute, 1 second left here in quarter number 3. Preston leads 43-39. 4-point lead. Ball comes to Knapp. Look back door, come to Hammonds. Reverse layup is good. Great look. Good flash by Hammonds as he gets the reverse layup. 48 seconds left in the quarter. Preston's leads up to 6. Comes out top as Kobe Gurley back into the game. He loses it. Taken away by Cole Harris all the way. Laid in. Quick 4-point swing here by the Indians. They've opened the lead back up to 8, 47-39. 27 seconds left in the quarter. Hubsmith has it in the right corner. He'll bring the ball back out again. Back out top, Moon. Swings it back over here on the near side. Comes back to Gorley. As he holds there against Knapp, and a foul on Knapp. Is it going to say Brecker was holding him? Brecker draws his third. Stephen Roberts is going to come back on the floor quickly here and make sure Brecker doesn't get a fourth before the fourth quarter with 14 seconds left. As Gurley will bring it in as it comes into Moon. Comes across the top of the key, gives it off back to Gilman. His second three of the game, that's no good. Tapped by Hubsmith, it goes out of bounds. That's got to go to Preston and it will. So Preston has it with 7 seconds left. See if they can get a shot here. There's no real pressure in the backcourt. Gurley comes up to meet Shumway, who goes down the middle, lays it off to Roberts, who puts it in. As the quarter expires, Roberts has 6. Preston leads by 10 as we go to the fourth. 49-39. Preston on top. Fourth quarter coming up next.
KACA.
At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
There's a special bond between people and their pets. One that's built during playtime, chore time, cuddle time, and of course, lots of meal times. That's why IFA Country Stores carries all the best food for all kinds of pets, whether they're a part of your lifestyle, a part of your livelihood, or a part of your family. IFA Country Stores, helping to grow the things you love.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, we'll go to the fourth quarter. Preston leads by 10, and they have the ball to start the fourth. Cade Lords comes back into the game for Preston, as does Drew Jones. He gets a backdoor pass, goes for the layup, and it's knocked out of bounds by Swafford. So for Preston, it's Harris, Jones, Hess, Hammonds, and Lords onto the floor to start fourth quarter. Remember, Hess has 4 fouls as it comes into Braden. Actually, Bress has, my bad, he has 3 fouls, I should say. So Harris will hand it back to Drew Jones. Over here on the right side, it comes to Hammonds. Double team him, so Hess pops out to get the ball. Top of the key, now goes over on the left side, back to Jones. Wants to drive, he'll give it back to Harris. Harris will hand it to Lords and then set the pick. And then a foul there by Hollis Dickerson. His first for Twin Falls. And that's 3 apiece now of team foul-wise here in the second half. As Cade Lords will bring it in. Comes to Harris, he'll give it off to Jones. Drew stands and holds, now puts the dribble to the floor. One bounce dribble to Harris. Down low it comes to Hammonds on the right block. Tries to spin, has it knocked away. Taken away by Swafford. Quickly up into the front court. Defense is back. He goes anyway and gets the layup. You got to stop the man with the ball. I'm not sure if that was Lords or Jones, but neither of them stopped him. And eventually he made the shot over the top of him. Lead down to 8, 49-41. Minute gone here in the fourth quarter. Jones, who's made a couple of threes from out distance, now he'll drive, and that's blocked again, this time by Ball, went out of bounds. But a foul, I think they're going to call on Zach Ball, and it is, as the young sophomore will get called for a blocking foul, and that's his second. and it's going to send Drew to the free throw line. Jones, who has not shot a free throw at the varsity level, and his first one is good. He has 7 points in the game. That's also a new season high for him. Here's his second. Good again. So Drew now with 8. Preston's lead again back out to 10. Swafford gives it off to Ball. Drives down the middle, and he's fouled going up. He hits the layup as he made the shot over little Cade Lords, who gives up about 8 inches in height. So Lords draws his second, and Zach Ball's going to go back to the free throw line. It may not be 8 inches, but it certainly looks like it from up here as Ball makes the free throw. So a 3-point play, 51-44, as Drew Jones walks the dribble back across the timeline. He'll give it to Lords over here on the right side, and immediately, all of a sudden, boy, the officials have clamped down here in the fourth quarter, as the foul's going against Swafford, his first. That's 5 now team fouls against either side. Actually 5 on Twin Falls and 4 on Preston. Hammonds down low, won't go down for him. Hammonds fights for the rebound to get it back. It's going to be off of Gabe and out of bounds as he fought Nick Swinson for the rebound. They got it away from him and it rolled out of bounds. Brecker Knapp comes back. Gabe Hammonds comes off. I think that's the first time that Gabe has come off the floor today, other than the halftime break. Here's Swinson back up into the front court for Twin Falls. 6:15 to play in the fourth. As it comes to Dickerson. Looks to drive, now wants to pass. Gives it to Ball at the left block as he goes across the key and throws a wild shot toward the basket. And again, another foul called on Hess. Unbelievable where these officials are getting foul calls all of a sudden here in the fourth quarter. So here's Zach Ball back to the free throw line. Missed the front end. So Hess will come back out. Gabe Hammonds with about a 30-second rest will come back out onto the floor. So it's Harris, Hammonds, Knapp, Lords, and Jones for the Indians. As Lords gets it back up into the front court. 51-44 as we go under 6 minutes left here in the quarter. And an offensive foul called against the Indians. It's against Knapp down low. It's amazing sometimes what these officials think they see. As Brecker draws his fourth, he's got to come out. So they bring Rhett Larson back in to play the middle. So they're going to go with the JV lineup again, like they did in the second quarter. But remember, it produced in spades for the Indians early on. As Cole Harris knocked it away, I'm going to say it was off of them, but no, it's going to stay with Twin Falls. The student section, the ones that are here, getting on Cole Harris as he walks back on the floor. And Cole just turns around and gives them a little wave just to acknowledge them. As down low, great pass inside, and he missed the layup, did Mac Mahike. He was underneath, probably too far underneath, and tried to just put it in, and it was an air ball from about 1.5 feet. Here comes Jones up into the front court. Hammonds had to go right through his hands, taken away by Swinson, and a foul in the back court. Who's it against? Is it Jones or Hammonds? It's against Jones. That's Drew's second. So that's now 17 fouls against the Indians, and that means 1-1 for Twin Falls. The rest of the regulation, with 5:25 left here in the game. So here's Nick Swinson to shoot 1-1. Has made his only free throw of the night. That one's no good, and the rebound pulled down by Cole Harris as he gives it off to Jones, who will walk the dribble back across the front court. Remember, that game at Hillcrest, Preston had a lead in the fourth. In fact, they led by 6 with 38 seconds left. And would end up losing on a 3 at the buzzer. Here comes Harris driving, weaves his way through traffic, and he's fouled as he goes to the basket. And this is going to be on Swafford, and that's 2 on him. So that's 6 now on Twin Falls. They're out of fouls, but it's a shooting foul, so Harris will shoot a pair. Cole has not shot a free throw so far tonight, and the first one is no good as it rattles in and out. Tonight's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, providing the best care in all of the Cache Valley. Franklin County Medical Center, 44 North 1st West in Preston, as Harris makes the second. Cole has 5 in the game, and it's 52-44. 8-point lead again for the Indians. Under 5 minutes now to play. Swafford in 3-point territory, can't get a shot. Get it down low as it comes to Mahike. He misses again from short distance. The rebound taken away by Lords. Cade pushes it up into the front court. Waits for Larson to join the party, which he does, and he gives it over here on the right side to Hammonds. Now back out top to Harris, swing it back to Jones. Lords now has it, free throw line extended left. Nice pass inside. Good look by Larson to Harris for the reverse layup. The lead back out to 10, and timeout again taken by Twin Falls. 4:24 to play. Preston up 10. We'll be right back.
KACA. More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information, 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-18.
Listen for Dan.
Welcome back. As Preston leading by 10 over Twin Falls, 54-24. We'll remind you again that the governor has extended the seating allowance into high school basketball events to 40%. So Preston home next week against Century and Pocatello. Get your tickets. Again, go onto the school website where you can order them there. I believe you still have to have tickets when you arrive at the door. There'll be no tickets for sale at the door. So make sure you order them online before you come to the games next week, Wednesday and Friday against Century and Pocatello. Twin Falls with the ball, kick it outside. Dickerson for 3, needs a bounce, won't get it. Fight for it inside. Larson falls on the ball, and then timeout called by Preston. They wanted to get a timeout before Larson would potentially travel, so they take the timeout, and we'll be right back again.
KACA.
Why do I drink milk?
Milk rehydrates my body after I work out.
Milk has the protein I need to build muscle.
Milk helps me maintain a lean body mass.
Milk helps my muscles recover and stay strong.
Milk has the carbohydrates I need to re-energize.
Milk replaces important electrolytes that I lose when I sweat.
As an athlete at Boise State,
I learned that every sip
is a victory.
What do you drink?
What do you drink?
What do you drink?
Milk Victory. Brought to you by United Dairy.
KACH.
4:09 left. 10-point lead for the Indians, 54-44. You know, Preston is doing a great job selling out physically. They're diving on balls, something they've worked on a lot the last couple of weeks since the loss against Hillcrest. They're diving on balls. They're stepping in front of ball handlers. They're doing everything so far they need to do to win. Let's see if they can hold on to the lead now for the final 4:09 that they had trouble doing against Hillcrest. And once again, hold on, as second time today, the official timekeeper with an inadvertent horn after they put the ball in play. So here we go. Preston will get it back in play again as it comes in the backcourt. Comes to Jones. Dickerson there to harass him as he runs the ball back up into the front court. Jones looks down the right side. Gets it into the corner, but a pushing foul first, as that's going to go against Robbins. That'll be his first, but it's going to mean free throws again for Drew Jones. Actually, they have Robbins with 3. So we'll go what they say, the official word down from on the floor. And here's Drew back to the free throw line. He made 2. His first two a few minutes ago, and he hits the first one here. Drew now with 9 points in the game for the freshman. Opens up an 11-point lead for the Indians. Looking to make it a dozen, and he does. So Jones 4 for 4 from the line. He's scored in double figures tonight, and it's 56-44, under 4 minutes to play in the game. Swafford to ball. In the corner, it goes to Swinson. Back out top to Swafford again. Back to Swinson. Get it down low along the baseline. Back to Swafford. Looks at a three. No good. Tapped out. Taken by Jones. Here comes Drew. 1-on-3, and very wisely will slow the ball up instead as he tries to rub off his defender Dickerson on the screen by Larson, who now rolls back to the basket. As, again, the pass comes along the sideline to Harris. Cole tries to lay it off and has it intercepted there by Swinson. Swinson drives, weaves his way through traffic, gives it back to Swafford, sets it on top of his head inadvertently, gets it back, tries the three. That one's no good. And Rhett Larson with that big body has grabbed another rebound tonight. Lords back up into the front court as he goes back over on the left side to Hammonds, now back out top to Lords. He'll go back to Hammonds, free throw line extended left. Harris now back to Jones over here on the right side. Lords cuts baseline, but he can't get the ball to him as he's guarded fairly closely there by Swafford as Jones works out near the timeline, working against Dickerson. Backdoor look to Lords for the layup. It's a 14-point lead for the Indians. Swafford, a three from the left corner. No good. He's missed 3 in a row. Swinson with the rebound inside. Turns, shoots over Harris, and makes it. Swinson's got 9, and it's 58-46. So Twin Falls having to try to turn up the intensity now on the defense with 2:15 left and trailing by a dozen. Jones, top of the key, as Dickerson comes up to get in his face. Harris comes out to get the ball near the timeline. Wants to drive, gets cut off. Another backdoor look to Lords, and a foul. That's going to be 1-1 as Cade Lords is now going to go back to the free throw line as the foul again is on Mason Swafford, and Swafford draws his third. So here is Cade Lords to shoot more free throws. He's 0 for 1 on the day. As finally Braden Hess will come back in as Hammonds will stay on the floor. It's Rhett Larson who comes out. So it's Hess, Harris, Lords, Hammonds, and Jones on the floor currently for the Indians, and Lords makes the front end of the 1-1. He now has 8 points in the game tonight. That's a new varsity high for him as well. As the lead 13, he'll try to get it back out to 14 again. Nothing but net. He makes both free throws. So Lords comes out as everyone on their feet to greet him as he gets back over to the floor. 2 minutes to play. Preston up by 14. Swinson gets it back off to Purcell back on the floor. DeBall tries to turn on Hess. Can't get the shot. Purcell gets it back outside the three-point arc once again. He'll give it off to Gurley. Back to Swinson. Wants to drive, gets cut off by Hammonds. Robbins has it now on the left side. Back to Swinson again. Drives, hangs from 11, and a foul. Is this on Hess? It is, and Hess fouls out as they took the ball right down the lane, hoping to get a foul on Hess, and they do. So Hess fouls out with 1:35 to play. Lords is going to come back onto the floor. So really, Preston goes small again. Knapp, Harris, Jones, Hammonds, and Lords on the floor for the Indians as Swinson makes the free throw. 60-47, a 13-point lead for the Indians. 1:35 on the clock. Swinson's second is good again. Swinson's 3 out of 4 from the free throw line now as Twin Falls is going to pick up full court, and Gurley is the next victim of the quick whistles by the officials, and that's going to send Jones back to the free throw line again. Gurley with his first. That's 9 now on the Bruins as a team. The next foul against Twin Falls will mean the double bonus for the Indians. But right now it's 1-1 for Drew Jones, and the first one's a little bit too long and he missed. Swinson able to pull down the rebound. Quickly up into the front court. Gurley goes off the glass. No. Rebound inside. Purcell is fouled as he tries to put it back. The foul is going to go on Lords. That'll be his third. So the first shot no good by Purcell. Here's the second. He missed them both. That one was short. So back up into the front court as it comes to Hammonds. Hammonds' bad pass, telegraphed it, intercepted by Robbins down the middle. That's no good. Tapped up, no good again. Ball still loose down low as Gorley falls on it, and a timeout called by Twin Falls with 1:06 left here in the contest. So another timeout on the floor. Let's sneak in another one here. Take a timeout once again. We'll be right back right after this.
KACH.
Why do I drink milk?
Milk rehydrates my body after I work out.
Milk has the protein I need to build muscle.
Milk helps me maintain a lean body mass.
Milk helps my muscles recover and stay strong.
Milk has the carbohydrates I need to re-energize.
Milk replaces important electrolytes that I lose when I sweat.
As an athlete at Boise State,
I learned that every sip
is a victory.
What do you drink?
What do you drink?
What do you drink?
Milk Victory. Brought to you by United Dairy.
KACH.
So let's give you a quick reset here. Preston leads by 12, 60-48 with 1 minute and 6 seconds left here in regulation. Each side with 9 team fouls in the game. So next whistle for either side means the double bonus and 2 shots instead of 1 coming up here in the final minute and 6 seconds of the game. So the Indians again late coming off the bench. As they get back out here, they'll set up on the defensive end. As the ball belongs to Twin Falls underneath their own basket as Iradakunda Emery back into the game. Comes back out top. Hub Smith, three-pointer by Swinson, no good. Long rebound taken there as Hammonds jumps on top of it. And a foul from behind. This has got to be a foul on Swafford as he came in and threw a body block. And yes, it is. Swafford draws his fourth, and that's going to mean 2 free throws here for the Indians. As it'll going to be Cameron Hobbs going to the free throw line here for Preston. So Hobbs at the line. Try to extend the lead out as the first free throw is a bit short. Hobbs will get another. 56 seconds left in the game. Next one by Hobbs is good. And once again, Swinson hurries the ball back up into the front court. Finds himself down low, and another whistle, of course, and another foul called against the Indians. As this is going to go against Hobbs. So that's 10 now against the Indians here in the second half. And now Swinson will also get 2 shots instead of the 1-and-1. First shot is good. Swinson now finds himself with a dozen here. Remind you again that coming up Wednesday night, Preston will be at home against Century. That's a very important game for the Indians. So I encourage everyone to come out. If you can get tickets with the 40% capacity limit in Preston Gym, coming up on Wednesday night. As they quickly get it up in the front court, do the Indians. As Hammonds tries to save it on the floor, it's taken away by Swinson. Swinson drives all the way, lays it off, as it is Swafford who missed the layup, and the rebound putback basket by Robbins. He has 5. Full court pressure again as it comes up to Hobbs. Hobbs will get it up into the front court as it comes to Jones. 22 seconds left here in the game. Jones and Iradakuna Emery with the reach-in foul is going to send Drew Jones back to the free throw line again. So Emery with his second foul. 61-52, Preston has the lead. Unless the roof absolutely collapses here in the last 19 seconds, Preston will break the 3-game losing streak here as Jones makes the first free throw. He's made 5 out of 5 from the line. Remember, Preston had a 4-game losing streak earlier in the year, and this current streak had extended out to 3. But Jones, 6 of 6 from the line. He has a dozen, and Preston with a big lead again, 11 points as we go under 15 seconds to play. And Emery tried to go to the basket, traveled with the ball as he slipped and fell. So 12.3 seconds left, 11-point lead for the Indians as it comes in the backcourt to Jones. Need to get the ball up into the front 47 feet as Hammonds works his way up toward the line. They get it to Jones, and now Preston can just hold the ball as they don't have to shoot. And there's the horn as Preston wins it 63-52. The JV kids step up big here this afternoon as Preston wins on the road. They snap their 3-game losing streak, and they are now 10-6 on the year. Twin Falls loses, and not a costly loss for them, but they have lost 2 games that snapped let me think, what am I trying to say? They've lost 4 out of the last 5 now, I should say, dating back to when they played Preston at Preston Gym a couple of weeks ago. So the Indians win it 63-52. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back, and we'll have a quick post-game wrap-up for you coming up right after this.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, celebrating their 75th year in the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all the parts your car may need to keep running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding community since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Preston Pharmacy, now with their own app to help make tracking your prescriptions easier. Now stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NC.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
Proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
This is the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at other games from around the area on the Ron Keller Tires scoreboard.
Well, welcome back here to Twin Falls as the Indians able to break their 3-game losing streak here this evening as they knock off the Twin Falls Bruins for the second time this year, this time beating them 63-52. A solid effort from the opening tap all the way down to the final whistle tonight by the Indians. As we talked about three things in the pregame show as far as keys to the game tonight for Preston, and really they came through on all of them. Do the things they needed to do like they did in the game the other night against Hillcrest that they lost at the buzzer. Make sure that you do that through all four quarters. And finally, everyone on the floor needs to contribute to the final outcome in the game. Well, I'd say they did that to a T and more here this evening as they were able to knock off Twin Falls by the final score of 63-52. Back and forth the game went in the first half when we had a total of 6 ties and 9 lead changes. Preston had a 1-point lead at the halftime break and then opened that lead up and were never headed again in the second half on the way to the 11-point win here this afternoon. So it'll be a happy bus ride home for the Preston Indians as they improve their record to 10-6 on the year, and they await the 2 big conference games coming up at home this next week, Wednesday night against Century, Friday night against Pocatello. And Preston has to play well, continue that effort they had today into next week in those 2 home games coming up to have any chance still at being able to host the district tournament. They still have an opportunity. They're only 0-1 so far in district play, but they need a pair of wins on their home floor coming up next week. So Preston able to win it here this evening. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and look at the stat sheet from the game. We'll do all that coming up next.
KACA.
We've started a new year. Maybe it's time for you to start something too, like a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram from West Motor Company in either Preston or Logan. You'll find a great selection of cars, vans, Jeeps, and trucks on the lots at West Motor. Pick up the exact one you want and start it up. Start something new sales event with strong new deals that will make it easy for you to slide into the new seat of your new vehicle. Start a new love affair with a new vehicle.
WestMotorCompany.com. This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, let's go through the scoring for this afternoon's game as we see if Tyler Jones is going to come out of the locker room here and come up and have a word with us here before we go. First for Twin Falls tonight, Luke Moon had made 1 free throw. He finished the game with 1 point. Nick Swinson finished the game with 13. 2 points for Andy Gelman in the game. Curtis Christensen had a total of 2. Tyler Robbins finished with 5. Mason Swafford had 4 threes in the game and finished with 17 overall. Riley Hubsmith with a total of 4. Jake Mahike had 2. Zach Ball, the 6'6 sophomore, had 6 points inside, and Will Purcell did not score. For Twin Falls, they were 4 of 5 from the free throw line tonight, so they very good job keeping them off. I take that back. They were 12 of 18 from the free throw line for the game. And they made the total of 4 threes in the game, all of those by Mason Swafford. For the Preston Indians tonight, and we call them the JV squad, but certainly they stepped up and played very well. Rhett Larson finished the game with 5 points tonight. Stephen Roberts able to collect 6 points in the game. The junior played very well. Traeger Shumway played but did not score. Brecker Knapp finished the game with 4. Cole Harris had 7. Braden Hess also with 7 in the game before he fouled out. Gabe Hammonds finished the game with a total of 13. And Drew Jones had, losing my voice. Drew Jones had 12. He made a pair of threes and was 6 of 6 from the free throw line. It was Cade Lords finished the game with 10. And Cameron Hobbs also got into the game here this afternoon as well. Preston this afternoon. They were 15 of 23 from the free throw line, and they finished the game with 5 3-point baskets made overall. So they win it by 11, 63-52. Preston now 10-6 overall on the year. Still waiting to see if Coach Jones comes out of the locker room. Don't really see any of the varsity players out as of yet. So we'll take another timeout and see if Coach Jones comes out, as we'll take our final timeout and do that right now.
KACH.
Sushi, a word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available, or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now at Stokes Market.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals. Working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality,
KACH.
We are back here in the postgame show. We're joined by head coach Tyler Jones here for a couple of minutes as he's able to make his way upstairs with us. And, we talked about a complete effort from everybody on the floor, and that's exactly what you got today.
Oh, man. Each game, you never know what's going to happen. And tonight, we got foul trouble early. Cole, Braden, and Brecker all with 2 fouls in the first quarter. And, most of the night, Braden and Brecker were in foul trouble. So, that's what I was telling them. Right now we have 10, 11 guys that are, playing minutes, right. and you never know when it's going to be your night and when you got to be called upon to come in and step up and help our team.
I kind of joked about it on the air, but the JV squad really stepped up big between Larson and Drew Jones and Lords and Hobbs. All of a sudden, all these guys, they're playing like they belong.
Yeah, no, they gave us a boost tonight, and that's what it takes, guys coming in and stepping up when they're called on. So I thought they did some good things coming in. I thought Rhett battled for sure, and Tyler gave us some good minutes there when we were in foul trouble, and then I thought Drew and Cam both also gave us a boost.
Twin Falls, they threw everything they had at you guys today, but there was no wilting.
Yeah, and, each time they made a run, I thought we answered, and that's a sign of a good team, that we weathered the storm and we kept fighting and hit enough free throws tonight to continue to hold on there.
It wasn't the tight first half like it was in Hillcrest the other night, but still there was 6 ties and 9 lead changes coming in the first half. You guys took the lead just before halftime and were never headed again after that.
Yeah, no, it was – you expect that on the road, that teams play well at home, and it was back and forth, and we withstood a couple of those big runs that first half, and then finally got out running and pushed the ball, shared the ball, and played together and got some easy baskets.
Braden Hess all of a sudden, again, for whatever reason, again finds himself in foul trouble and eventually fouls out. I understand that sometimes they call it extra tight. It seemed like that they clamped down in the fourth quarter, but you have to adjust to the officials at some point.
Yeah, no, exactly, and he's been sitting enough over there that they come out, they're calling it tight. You're not going to get away with
right.
with those little things, and you got to adjust to that. But other guys stepped up tonight when he was sitting, and that was big.
So we look ahead to next week. You got 2 big games at home, conference games. Century on Wednesday, Pocatello on Friday.
Yeah.
Look ahead to those.
Huge, huge game, especially, where we lost at Pokey now. We got them both at home, so they say you got to protect your home court, and then, hopefully you can get something on the road. So these are big. Century's really good. I'm sure when the new poll comes out this week, it wouldn't surprise me if they're number 1 when they beat Pocatello, And they're just big. They're physical, and they're a tough matchup. They're a really good team. And then Pokey, they already got us. This is a big week. We're going to really know where we stand after this week. If we can get them both on our home court, puts us in a great spot. If we don't, we're going to really have to have our work cut out for us.
I guess the good thing for you is it comes right at the right time where the governor approves the order. Now you can have 40% capacity in the gym, so we need people to come out coming up on Wednesday and Friday.
Yeah, that was great news to hear, and, Preston's always been an incredible place where they support our teams, and we expect to fill that up as much as we can this week, and hopefully our fans listening, they'll come out and support us, and because we're going to need them for sure this week. 2 big games.
Absolutely. We appreciate your time, and enjoy the bus ride home.
All right, we will after this week. We needed that, so thank you.
You bet. Tyler Jones with us here on the post-game show as we'll look forward to those games coming up this next week. In fact, that's our next broadcast as Preston comes home for a 3-game homestand as that opens on Wednesday night against the Century Diamondbacks. Of course, we'll have coverage for you on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH radio and on mylocalradio.com. The pregame starts at 7:15. The tip-off at 7:30. And don't forget, we'll also have the video feed of the JV games for those nights starting at 6 p.m. Our next broadcast is Tuesday night when the Lady Indians play their final game of the year as they'll go to Burley to face the Bobcats. Same times, same locations define the games. FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com. Pregame at 7:15, tip-off at 7:30. And, of course, the video feed on that game of the JV game that day as well, starting at 6 o'clock from Burley. So that'll wrap up our broadcast for tonight. The executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Our studio coordinator has been John Beverly. We'll remind you of the final score as Preston wins by 11, 63-52. We invite you to stay tuned. Coming up in just a little bit, we'll have a complete rebroadcast of the Westside Ryrie game going on over at Westside High School. Enjoy the rest of your weekend as the Preston Indians will enjoy a happy ride home. They win it 63-52. Until next time, I'm Dan Hubbard. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.